Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. I hope that everyone is doing well. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome. This is episode 71 of Andrea Speaks TV. I'm your host, Andrea, and you all know how I do it. I'm bringing you commentary you can use. So I want to say hello, welcome. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to Andrea Speaks TV. We are a community of like minded individuals, I would like to say. And we're concerned about the times that we're living in. We're seeking truth, we're seeking transparency. We want to know what's going on. And, we're people who we do our research and we don't always take what's being told or shared with us in the news. We're critical thinkers and we think for ourselves. So I encourage you to join our community. You could join by subscribing to the channel right here, Andrea Speaks TV on YouTube. And, that way you can stay informed and updated whenever I do go live and share information each week. Okay, so I want to say again, welcome. Hello, everyone. I hope that you all had a wonderful holiday, Christmas holiday, you and your family. I am doing well, doing much better. And I wanted to come on live tonight just to talk about a couple of things that are going on, a couple of news stories, in particular, the fact that all across the United States, excuse me, whether you're on the West Coast, the East Coast, like I am, South, even the North, the Midwest, there's some type of weather event that's going on pretty much no matter where you live. You all let me know. I do know that I have viewers all across the United States, even across the world. So you all let me know where you're located. Are you seeing unusual weather events, unusual weather patterns where you are? Let me know in the comments. You all let me know. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try not to keep you long for tonight's episode. I do want to encourage you. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at Andrea Speaks TV. If you are on Instagram, I do would like to invite you to join the page. You can follow me on Instagram at Andrea Speaks TV. And again, if you are not subscribed yet, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to AndreaSpeaksTV.com. Someone shared, hello, someone shared in chat in North Carolina, one day is 40 degrees, next is 70. Right. I can completely agree with that. It definitely seems like the weather is unpredictable, right? It's unpredictable. And so I want to talk about that tonight. I know where I am on the East Coast, pretty much like was shared, it may be cool in the morning, it may warm up during the day, and it'll get cool at night. So very unpredictable. Definitely the type of weather where it's easy for people to get sick because the weather is changing. So I do want to encourage you all with everything that's going on, please make sure that you're taking care of yourselves as well as your family, those you love. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Thank you all so much again for your patience. I intended on starting earlier tonight, but I was out and about with my family. And so I wasn't home yet at the time that I originally wanted to start. But I want to say thank you all so much for your patience. Okay. Someone else in the chat shared I'm in Southern California and we've been getting a lot of rain. However, these levels are normal since we've been in a drought. They're saying it's heavy rain. And you know what? I've talked about that right here on the channel. I've talked about how I've talked about the droughts in California, and I've even talked about how I think during the time period earlier this year, they were saying that it for some reason it wasn't the and correct me if I'm wrong. I think they were saying, if I remember correctly, they were saying that something about it wasn't the normal amount of snowfall, so there wasn't as much rain. which contributed to the droughts. Um, wow. Alaska, someone shared Alaska got up to 67 degrees Fahrenheit today. That broke a record. Wow. So I'm telling you, just based on my research, I'm seeing that in a lot of places here, whether it's here in the US, even some parts of the world, I'm seeing where the weather that is happening is breaking records. I mean, either it's breaking like decades of records, or it's the type of weather that they've never seen at all for that particular area. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. So, one of the articles that I want to bring to your attention, this information, I believe, came from USA Today, I believe. It's right here on the screen. But one of the first articles that caught my attention, Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe, the article says, shatters 50-year December snowfall record with more than 16 feet of snow. Do y'all see that? That is in Lake Tahoe. Okay. That's happening in Lake Tahoe. Now, also on the caption, it says Lake Tahoe slammed by record-breaking snowfall in December. It definitely makes for a pretty landscape. You can see all of the snow on the trees. It makes a very pretty, what I want to say, like winter scene, winter landscape. Very, very pretty. It says with more possibly on the way. This snowfall shatters the previous record of 179 inches from 1970. So remember, I just shared with you all about how it's breaking records that have been placed for decades. So based on what this article is saying, they have not seen this amount of snowfall since the 1970s. Okay, which was a little over 50 years ago. Okay. All right. So that's happening Lake Tahoe. Um, I seem to want to well, let me make sure I have that correct. Where is Lake Tahoe located? Let me look that up very quickly. I should have had this information already there, but I apologize. Lake Tahoe is a large freshwater lake in the Sierra Nevada mountains, straddling the border of California and Nevada. Okay, or Nevada. All right, so that's one, maybe you could say, unusual weather event that's going on right now. All right, this information came from the news source Al Jazeera. And it talks about heavy snow, record cold. Heavy snow and record cold in the U.S. Northwest forces some into shelters. Now, you all know, I know in different states have this, but normally during this time of year, when it's cold, you know how they open up the different shelters where people who, for example, are homeless or may not have sources of heat, they can go and they can have a warm place to stay. And so what they're saying is, according to this article, again, this is from Al Jazeera, heavy snow record cold in the U.S. Northwest forces some into shelters. Okay. Now, um, excuse me, I thought I had to sneeze, y'all. Okay. The caption says severe weather has brought frigid temperatures to the Pacific Northwest, heavy snow to Northern California and Nevada. Okay, and it's also sharing an image of, let me see if I can zoom in, or I'll just pull it up on my screen. Let's see. All right, let's see. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Let's see. Okay, so in this particular photo, just a minute, y'all. Let me see. Okay, it says, okay, the person sits outside a warming center in Seattle. Okay, she was among a dozen people, it says, seeking shelter after a cold front brought snow and freezing temperatures. Okay. So, again, y'all, this is a real news story. A lot of people are being affected by these winter weather events. Okay. Another story, for some reason I didn't put the picture along with it, but again, it's talking about the Sierra Nevada gets enough snow to shatter records set in 1970, seen over 193 inches so far. Okay. This information comes from CBS News. And it says record breaking snowfall and frigid temperatures strike the western US. Now, I took a screenshot of a video. I didn't actually play the video, but basically, they were talking about how the US faces a dangerous cold and blizzard conditions. All right. So, again, that information comes from CBS News. All right. Again, here's another screenshot. And in particular, saying there's more western storms. So especially for my supporters, my subscribers who live on the West Coast, um, let me know how. Now it's one. I know it's one thing when it's like national news, but what are they saying in the local news where you're located? Okay, if you're watching and you're on the West Coast and you're watching your local news, what are they telling you? Are they saying that it's just rain, snow, nothing to be worried about? How are they what is your local news saying? Okay, but according to CBS News, they're saying that more western storms are on the way. This is of course, a projection or prediction based on tomorrow, which is Wednesday, 12 p.m. And so, that's the information that they're sharing. Okay. All right, let's keep going. All right, New Year's. We all know that this is the last week not only is this the last week of December, the month of December, but it is also the last week of the year 2021. And what on Saturday, I believe on Saturday, we will be entering into a new year, 2022. And so this is what they're saying. The New Year's severe weather threats in the South, a wintry mess possible in plains, Midwest, and the Northeast. Okay, so here on the screen is the New Year's Eve forecast for midnight 2022. So for those who may have plans of going out to celebrate the New Year's, to ring in the New Year, as many people do, you may want to see what the weather forecast is going to be like. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Okay. All right. This is some information that I want to read to you on the screen. This information comes from the Weather Channel. Are you all familiar with the Weather Channel? So I got this information from the Weather Channel. And basically, in the article, there were some video links. I won't play them because sometimes YouTube, for whatever reason, it doesn't do well when it plays, when you try to play a video. And so basically, here were some of the highlights. It says an expansive storm will have impacts across the country during the New Year's weekend. A threat of severe thunderstorms, including tornadoes. Listen to this, y'all. Let me repeat it. A threat of severe thunderstorms, including tornadoes, is in play in the South. An expansive area of snow is expected from the Rockies to the plains, Midwest, and interior Northeast. Okay. And then the article says a New Year's storm may trigger more. Hold on, y'all. See, I cut off with my logo. Let me go to my other screen here. Okay. So the article says a New Year's storm may trigger more severe thunderstorms and tornadoes in parts of the South and spread a wintry mess of snow and ice from the Rockies and plains to parts of the Midwest and Northeast. The article says rounds of snow will blanket parts of the northern plains, upper Midwest, and Northeast, along with soaking rain and thunderstorms in parts of the South the first half of this week. But a potentially more volatile setup may come into play around the New Year's holiday weekend, okay, which we know is coming up this week, okay? Now, it says first up, record warmth for this time of year will be in place over much of the South this week. Okay, I can agree with that. Not only am I on the East Coast, but I'm also in the South, and I can say that looking at this winter compared to some of the other, compared to past winters, this one does seem to be a little bit warmer. Okay, so I definitely agree with what they're saying. So they're saying first up, record warmth for this time of year will be in place over much of the South this week. An energetic U-shaped jet stream trough, it says, will swing over that warm, humid air, providing the wind shear and instability needed for severe thunderstorms. So if you're watching, and you live in the South, or if you live on the East Coast, if you don't live there, if you have a family member, friend, loved one, someone you care about, please let them know. Share this video with them. Tell them, hey, check the news so that they can know what's going on, so that they can know what's to come and make a plan to be prepared. Okay. And also the article says, and moisture flowing over colder air on the storm's northern flank will wring out snow and some ice. Okay. Excuse me just a minute, y'all. Okay, thank you. All right, let's see. Remember that old commercial? I'm reading the comments now. Old commercial. You know what? I probably remember seeing that. It's been so long. I need to go back and watch that. I need to go back and find that commercial. Okay. Let me see. Okay. It's been like, okay, I'm going back and looking at the comments. Someone says it's been like this for the whole week. They're spraying the sky hard. Now it's interesting. It's interesting that you say that because there are some people. Are you referring to like chemtrails? For the person in the comments who made that statement about spraying the sky, could you explain a little bit more about what you mean? There has been research done, documented evidence, so to speak, that um, chemtrails. You can look it up, chemtrails. Do you ever look up in the sky and you see those streaks? It's like white, um, almost like, I don't want to say like a white smoke in the sky. Um, but if you look up against the sky, you'll see like it's almost like little strips of clouds like in the sky. Is that what you mean? Or is that what you're referring to? Okay. Okay, I have to go back and look at that commercial. Okay. But let me know if that's what you're referring to. But and even with that, and I've mentioned this before here on the channel, I remember, and you all may have remembered this too. I remember people like Jeff Bezos, who else? Even Elon Musk wanting to go to space. And my question has always been, why are they going to space? What are they doing up there? Could they be possibly playing with the weather? Exactly what's going on with that? Why all of a sudden now do we want to take independent civilian trips to space? That has been a question that I have asked. And so, that is something that, I'm wondering about. Okay, let's see. Right. Those chemtrails are just all over the sky, and you're wondering, okay, like what's really going on with that? Okay. All right, let me go to the next slide, y'all. Okay, so this was also the thumbnail for the video. I actually took this screenshot of this is actually from the Weather Channel, and it kind of pretty much gives you a look at the weather that's happening all across the United States. So we can see that there's snow going on the west, even parts of the Midwest. We have rain. It looks like the threat of thunderstorms in the south. So it's definitely something going on all over the country. All of these things are happening at the same time. And so one of the things that I want you and I both to think about and to share with our families is that, let's take a look. We know the things that are going on and things that are happening now. Are you all able to hear me? Let me see. Prince mentioned on the interview with Travis Smiley how chemtrails were the cause of people acting crazy. I think you can find that clip on YouTube. I'm gonna have to definitely look that up, Armanda. Thank you. Okay. Um, but all of these things are happening at the same time. Not only is this happening, but we know that the supply chain crisis is still an ongoing issue. We know the thing that's out there. We know the new thing that's going around now. That's like a number one. Okay, Tavis Smile. I knew exactly who you were talking about. Okay, so we have this new thing um, that's going on, pretty much worldwide. We also have the supply chain crisis. We have the threat of severe weather, unusual weather patterns. You all have heard me, those of you all who are subscribed to the channel, you've heard me talk about unusual weather patterns. So we have all of these things going on now at the same time. And you may say, okay, Andrea, why is this? Why do you feel like this is important to look into, to pay attention to? Because I feel like what people, the purpose of me sharing this information is not to scare anyone. I never want to scare anyone. I want you to be aware of what's going on. But my main purpose of sharing this is so that you can know what's going on now, so that you can know what's coming, and you can make a plan for you and your family, your loved ones, your friends to be prepared. So, um, based on all of these things, based on my research, I feel like if you have not already been doing it, or if you haven't already started, you definitely need to be prepared. Have you some emergency food supply, whether it's canned food, whether you have your own home garden. Maybe you went to a place like Sam's and you stocked up on canned goods, wherever you shop for groceries, get your essential items, things like that. Even having medical supplies. For example, one of the things that we've done, purchasing, first aid kit, um, emergency food supply. You all know I've talked, and I'll show it, but I have talked about on the channel. I have a website, preparewithandrea.com, where we have our emergency food supply. Also, again, here's another thing. Anytime there's a threat of severe weather, what do people think about a lot of times? They think, okay, what if the power goes out? If your power were to go out, if you're in an area, and I feel like this is all of us. So if you're in the US like I am, this is something that we all need to say, hey, wait a minute, this is a lot going on at one time. And a lot of places are being shut down due to this new thing that's going on. And not only that, but we have the supply chain crisis. Okay, well, if it's severe weather going on, and let's say we're depending on trucks to come from the west to deliver supplies and food and things that we need to, if we're waiting on a shipment to come from the west coast, and they got to fight rain, they got to go through snow. Don't you think it's going to take even longer with all of these factors thrown in? Don't you think it's going to take even longer for your items to arrive? So this is what I want you to think about. This is what I want you to think about. Share with your family members, friends, loved ones, if you have not already done so. Okay, these are things that my family and we have been doing. But if you have not already done so, these are the things that I want you to start thinking about and preparing. Yes, someone said yes, prepare. Medication shortages being reported now, and I did see that. Um, you know, those people who do take over-the-counter medicines or prescription medicines, some people may have difficulty finding the things that they need. And so, I've shared before on the channel, my family and I, we pretty much rely on natural remedies, but we do have a first aid kit that does have things, medicines. I think there's like Tylenol, maybe a few others, pain relief, things like that. In the event that for whatever reason we need to use it, we do have it. I'm not saying that we're going to use it, but it is there just in case. So those are just some of the things that you can be thinking about. Definitely, you want to think about if the power was to go out, electrical power was to go out. Do you have a way to generate heat and light? And so, you want to stock up on things like batteries, of course, flashlights. Um, some people have even shared that they use solar energy. I know one of the things that we got, one of the things that my family and I we purchased. Um, Let me see. I have it right here beside me. Some things that I wanted to show. Huh? Let me see if I can pick up the box. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna make it so that you all will be able to see me. So I can pick up the box. I'm drinking some warm apple cider vinegar water, y'all. Apple cider vinegar, organic apple cider vinegar. You all know, are you all familiar with the Bragg's brand? But it has a lot of healing properties as well. Okay, so this is one of the things that my family and I we invested in. I think we picked this up at Lowe's, but it's kind of big. It's a big box, y'all. So I'm trying to show it. Can you all see it? It's a Mr. Heater, Tough Buddy. Let me see. How can I do this? Hold on, y'all. But basically, it's a portable. You can use it indoor, but it's a propane heater. Can you all see it? And this particular one is a little bit bigger, and you can actually put two propane tanks on each side. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to show the name of it. For some reason, it's just not letting me be great right now. Are you all able to see it? Let's see. Okay. But it's basically you can use it indoors or outdoors, but it's just a portable radiant heater. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. So definitely, that's something that I would recommend. We haven't had to use it yet, but just in case we need to, it is there. Okay, someone shared, Andrea, I gave away some of the emergency blankets I brought from your website to a family friend. They said they will put one in their car and one at home. They appreciate it. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And you know what? I have those emergency blankets as well. Um, I do have some, and it's basically, it looks almost like a big aluminum foil sheet, but the purpose of it is so that in the event you ever get in a situation where, let's say, for example, you're in your car and you get stuck and it's cold outside, you could just put that aluminum, I'm saying aluminum, but you could put your emergency blanket on and it will keep you warm until you can get to a sufficient heat source. Okay. All right. So I wanted to show you all that. And then while I have the camera on me, you all know that I have shared before, and I think I put it on the slide, but making sure that you have your emergency food supply. My family and I, we have the 4-week food supply, and as you can see, it has up to 25-year shelf life. You get 2 buckets. This is 1 bucket, and then you also get another one. And this is not the end all be all. I'm not saying this is all that we do, but we have our emergency food as well. Okay, this is the 2nd bucket. So see where it says 4-week food supply, up to 25-year shelf life, bucket one of two. Okay. And then also another thing, let me see if I can get it. Having an emergency radio. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Okay, I was going to show our emergency radio, but I believe it may be in another area different than where I am in where I am. But also something that you may want to look up is I think it's like a hand crank radio. That may be something you want to look into as well. Yes, mylar blanket. For some, I feel like I should know what that is. What is a mylar blanket? Is that one of the like thick blankets? Let me look that up. Let's see. Oh, that's the emergency blanket. Uh oh. Okay, someone said bring up my website. Okay, let me pull up the website just a second here. Give me just a minute, y'all. Okay, just a minute. It's coming up slowly. And the power banks, yes, those are the ones that are solar, correct? All right, let me see. All right, let me reshare my screen. All right, it should be coming up in just a minute. All right, so this is our website, preparewithandrea.com. Give me just a moment. Let me type it in. All right. So whether you need emergency food supply or you need survival needs, you can just go to preparewithandrea.com and order what you need. Okay. All right. So again, you can scroll down right now. You can save $100 off of each 3-month emergency food kit you purchase. All right. So you scroll down. Um, and again, things to think about. Do you have enough food stockpiled, at least 2,000 calories a day, 2,000 plus, at least 2,000 plus calories a day per person? Right now, you can get the 3-month emergency food supply, save $100. That one right now is on sale for $747. And the 4-week emergency food supply, which is what I have, what I showed, is going to come in 2 buckets. Right now, you have a limited time special, save $30. It does come with breakfast, lunch, dinners, drinks, and snacks. You get 2 buckets, weighs 38 pounds, free shipping and handling. That one is right now you can get for $247. Okay. All right. Also, if you go back up, you see where it says my Patriot Supply. If you click link, it's gonna come up. Let me know if there's something in particular that you all wanted to see, or if you have any questions. If you do place an order, please make sure that you send me a message. You can email me at andreaspeakstv@gmail.com. That way I can, keep up with your order. Let's see. Okay. So survival supplies, emergency preparedness gear. And someone mentioned the emergency blankets. You can go under survival gear. I apologize if it's coming up slow, y'all. We'll just scroll down. And with the emergency lights, we actually keep some in our vehicles as well. I just think it's a good thing to have. Okay, it's taking just a little while to load. Let me know. Do you all have any questions? Do you find the information that I'm sharing with you all is beneficial? Do you feel like it's helpful? Okay, so you can start to see some of the items here on the screen. The power bank, wireless solar power bank charger, and 28 LED room light. Something else that was just added new are the emergency tents. Okay, you have orange nylon. It also comes with a survival whistle. So the good thing about it is on the site, new items are added. Um, Speaking of solar power, you have the motion sensor, different first aid kits, emergency sleeping bag. Here's an emergency thermal blanket. Okay. All right, let me see. I'm just going to keep scrolling here. Let me know if you all have any questions about anything. Yeah, emergency tents. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Someone shared it was very helpful. I appreciate that. So you have emergency tents. Okay, so the AM FM weather radio, that's what I was trying to explain earlier. For some reason I can't put my hand on the one that we have, but it's similar, very similar to this. It's a hand crank. They even have emergency water pouches, y'all. So a lot of, different we'll go to the next page because I still haven't seen the emergency blankets. It's gonna load up shortly. Yeah, I think the emergency sleeping bag is very good. Okay, just a moment here. And while we're waiting, what are some things that you and your family do, or either you do it or you have done it, or maybe some things that you think about or you plan to do in order to be prepared? All right, so let's see. Um, the solar heated camp shower. I actually saw there was another let me see. There was another YouTube video. I can't remember which video it was, but the person was speaking about the solar. They call it, sometimes you'll see it referred to simply as a solar shower. And they were saying that because of the type of bag that it's in, that it will actually, the water will actually, um, it'll actually be hot. Okay. Folding camp stove so that you can cook over it. So a lot of useful, very helpful. I keep saying that I want to get the stainless steel mess cooking kit with 5 pieces, but every time I go to order it, it's always sold out. I got to catch it when it's in stock. Let's see. Okay, so for some reason, I didn't see the blankets. Let me see if I can type in the search. Emergency blanket. Okay, so it's going to come up. Okay, tablets to the left of the. I'll go back and check. Okay. All right, it's coming up slowly. Okay, sorry it's taking so long, y'all. I'm gonna go back and look at the tablets. Okay, so here they are. Emergency blanket. See how it looks basically like a little foil. Well, I say little, but you can see here how it, can pretty much all of you. Cover your whole body and help keep you warm. This is one that I plan to order. Do you see where it says the preparedness crate for emergencies? I'm going to order this one and keep it in my vehicle. The preparedness crate for emergencies. Okay, let me go back. Tablets to the left of the screen. I'm going to try to go back on. Um, okay, it's coming up slowly but surely. Okay, tablets. Let's see. They do have, there are different tablets on the site. They do have tablets that like kind of clean and purify water. Let me see. Let me give it a minute to come up. Okay, I'm gonna keep scrolling. Okay, this is something new. Emergency water bank. It says bathtub water storage kit. And you may say, okay, Andrea, a lot of this looks like as if people were going to go camping. And a lot of times it is what it's used for. You have to be prepared with survival gear and emergency food when you go camping. But these are also things that we need to think about for the times that we're currently living in. Okay, let me see. Someone said same screen as the camp shower, fuel tablets, I think it said. Okay, let me go back. And I have seen those before. Not the drinking water treatment tablet. This one, not that one to the right. Is see where it says potable aqua drinking water treatment tablets? Let me scroll back up and see did I miss anything. Let me see. They also have anti-radiation tablets, and it says it's a bestseller. So we hope we never get in a situation like that. I pray that we don't. But there's so much going on in the world, you just don't know. Just you don't know what to anticipate. Things even are changing. One day they say this, one day they say that. Okay, let me know, did I skip it? I didn't see. Okay, it was a green box. Okay, let me keep looking. Let me just type in tablets. Oh, I see it. 24 solid fuel tablets. Okay. All right, it's gonna come up. And you all stick because I do have some more information to share about the weather. It's gonna come up shortly. Okay, so the fuel tablets. Let me click on those. Someone had a question about the fuel tablets. Okay, so it says it's for use with Coughlin's emergency stove and other solid fuels. Hexamine. Okay, every emergency plan needs extra sources of fuel. So hexamine, it says, is a safe, clean burning fuel that that's easy to ignite, odorless, smokeless, and non-toxic. Perfect for cooking and heating when stealth or staying indoors is required in a SHTF situation. Includes 24 tablets. Okay, this is an essential item for camping, backpacking, and short-term emergencies. This product is best used with the folding camp stove. To boil water, follow these simple guidelines. 1 cup of water will with 2 fuel tablets in 3 minutes. Okay, so it's just giving like the time frame. Okay, so it's saying that you can use these tablets. And again, I've never used these, but it says the product is best used with the folding camp stove. So I'll click on the stove so you can see what that looks like. and that's the folding stove. So in the example or in the picture, they're using the 6-hour can heat camp fuel. Okay. Let's see. Okay, and then actually, as I scroll down, it says I recommend using a camp heat 2-pack. Okay. So again, if you go to my website, which is preparewithandrea.com, on my website, you can find the emergency supply kits. Yeah, I had, you know what? I've seen it. I've never used it before. Not exactly sure, how to use it, but there are all kinds of, items and products out there to help people stay prepared. Things that we don't even think about, things we don't think that we'll, necessarily need to use. But again, y'all, with the times that we're living in, we just got to be prepared. Okay. But again, if you go to my website, which is preparewithandrea.com, I have it right here on the screen. When you go to my website, this is the first screen that you will see. Again, the website is preparewithandrea.com. You can scroll. I do have the emergency food supply kits. Again, my family and I, we have the 4-week emergency food supply. It comes in you get 2 buckets. This is one of them. Okay, it is heavy. So it's going to come with 2 buckets, 16 varieties, up to 25-year shelf life. It does contain breakfast, lunch, dinners, drinks, snacks, and you get free shipping and handling. Okay. Some of the items that you get. Let's see. So I just scroll so you can see a picture of them. And it looks good, but again, this is not something that you want to have for like Sunday dinner. This is emergency food. Okay. They also spaghetti was recently added. So, these are some of the different varieties that you can get. Does anyone currently have an emergency food supply, or what are you doing, or what are some of the items that you have in your emergency food supply? So you get an orange drink mix. Those are some of the drinks. They also have milk, powdered milk. Okay, just to kind of show you some of the items that would come in the kit. I don't think they're available in all kits. Some kits may have more, of course, than others, but these are some of the items that are available. Okay. All right. Again, you can go to my website, which is preparewithandrea.com, and place your order. Now, when you're on the website, you know what other items are available? Do you see in the top left corner where it says My Patriot Supply? You're going to click that. It's going to take you to another screen. I haven't tried them yet. No, I keep saying that I'm going to do a video where I go and I actually prepare it, show you all how to prepare it, not using a traditional stove. I'm going to, do a live where I show you all how to make it, and then I actually taste it and give you some feedback. But I have been told that they are tasty, but again, it's not something that you want to use like every day. It's really, basically emergency food. Canned and dry goods. Yep, that's what I have as well. Okay. All right. So on the site again, they even have a tab now for year-end clearance. So you can click on that. Let's see what's under the year-end clearance. And again, this is just a resource. There are several out there. Um, and I want to share them with you. Not only are these things items that I'm saying, hey, you need to have, but these are items that my family and I we're I'm talking about it, but I'm actually doing it as well. I'm also doing it. So any information that I share with you, if I say, hey, this is beneficial, it benefits myself and my family, I want to share it with you all. Okay. So they do have a tab that says year-end clearance event, price cuts in every category. So let me scroll down. The breakfast kit is on sale. 3-month emergency food supply. You can see there's water filters. Different, items that are on sale. Okay. All right. And you all let me know if you have any questions or, need help placing an order. I'll be happy to help you with. Okay. Any other questions about the website before I go back to the presentation? Anyone else have any questions about the website? And thank you to those of you who have placed an order in the past. If you did place your order, you know that your items ship pretty fast. I do believe if you order, if it's on a regular business day, Monday through Friday, if you place your order by 3 p.m., I think Eastern Standard Time, your order will ship out the same day. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go back to my presentation so we can talk about more weather events. Let's see. Okay. All right. So again, y'all, all across the United States, you have different weather events, unusual weather events that are happening. And I say unusual because either either the type of weather that's happening has never happened before, or it hasn't happened in several decades, or it's unusual for that particular region during this time of year, if that makes sense. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. All right. I got a few more minutes. Okay. So let's be specific now. Severe weather outlooks for Saturday and for Saturday on into Saturday night. I'm going to read some information here. Some severe thunderstorms, it says, might continue in parts of the southeast Sunday, but computer forecast models are not yet in sync with the magnitude and location of this possibility. There's also a threat of heavy rain and at least local flash flooding from the Tennessee Valley into the Appalachians, especially if this system moves slower Sunday, as a few computer models, excuse me, have suggested the past few days. As we saw twice earlier in December, says severe thunderstorms and tornadoes can occur any time of year when the ingredients line up. Excuse me for coughing, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this a little bit bigger on the screen. I'm gonna fix myself some more to drink. Y'all check out the information I have on the screen. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you. I had to fix myself a little more apple cider vinegar water. All right, so let me keep reading on the screen. Okay, it says if you're in the severe weather threat areas, okay, we can see that based on the map in the red, in the oval that's shaded red, we see parts of Tennessee. We see parts of, it looks like Georgia, a little bit of South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana. It says if you're in the severe weather threat areas, have multiple ways of receiving National Weather Service severe thunderstorm, tornado, and flash flood watches and warnings. This includes smartphone apps such as the Weather Channel app and NOAA Weather Radio. Know where to go if a tornado warning is issued for your area, whether it's the basement of your home or a more substantial storm shelter if you live in a mobile home. Okay, so again, I want you to know that these are things that they say are happening, or either happening or a possibility of it happening. So again, I want you to be aware. That way you can make a plan to protect yourself, your family, your friends, your loved ones. Okay. So that's the severe weather outlook for Saturday into Saturday night. And again, as I shared earlier, Saturday is what, y'all? The new year, right? Let me see. Okay, I have some more information to share. Again, this information comes from the Weather Channel. Snow and ice outlook. Let's talk about the outlook for snow and ice. All right, it says in the caption, it says by Friday night, again, this Friday, by Friday night, snow and possibly some sleet and freezing rain is expected to spread from the Rockies into parts of the Central Plains and possibly as far east as the upper Mississippi Valley and Great Lakes. Okay, you can see several major U.S. cities on the map. On the green area, rain, ice, we can see in a mix, and then as well as snow. Okay. Saturday's forecast. Saturday it says, which is New Year's Day, snow possibly heavy in spots may extend from the Missouri Valley, Great Lakes. A wintry mess of snow, sleet, and ice might also spread from parts of upstate New York into western and northern New England. Let me make sure I said that correctly. Hold on. Yep, parts of New York into western and northern New England. Okay, and then also at the bottom it says Saturday's forecast. You may or may not be able to read it, but I'll read it. It says, while it is too soon to pinpoint precisely who will see what precipitation type, the green shading predicts where rain is expected. Areas that are shaded blue are expected to see snow. Purple shaded locations may see either rain or snow, and areas in pink are expected to see sleet or freezing rain or ice. Okay. What do you all think about this prediction? Let me know in the comments. How do you all feel about this news? Okay, Sunday's forecast, it says the forecast beyond that is even trickier. Let's look at Sunday's forecast. The forecast beyond that is even trickier. Sunday, some snow may linger in parts of northern New England and upstate New York. Whether and how much rain changes to wet snow from the lower Mississippi and Tennessee valleys to the Appalachian Sunday and Sunday night remains uncertain. Okay, here's some more information. Rain, it says rain and snow outlook for Friday and Sunday. Right now, the caption says, right now, areas from the central and southern Rockies to the central plains, upper Mississippi Valley, Great Lakes, and northern New England have the greatest chance of at least some accumulating snow from this storm. It's too early to pinpoint exact snow totals for these areas. So the article says, prepare for wintry travel over the New Year's holiday weekend. Okay, so if you plan to travel, when you're returning home, you're going to visit family, friends, loved ones, and you're traveling to any of the area that's shown on the screen, be prepared for what they call a wintry travel. Okay. Also, it says keep in mind temperatures will plunge. Keep in mind temperatures will plunge sharply this weekend behind the system's cold front. That may lead to freezing or refreezing of roads that may have been either only wet or slushy during the day. Okay, so again, y'all, make sure, if they're saying that, not saying this is going to happen, but if they're saying, based on weather conditions, combined factors, it looks like this may, happen, you want to be prepared. You want to make sure that you have the items that you need at home. That way, if for some reason you're not able to go out because of the severe weather, you have exactly what you need at home. We talked about food supply, heat sources, energy sources, whether it's solar. Some people use a generator. Now, I caution you, if you are going to use a generator, make sure that it's kept outside. You can do your research and even read on the packaging the proper way to use a generator. Um, they also have they have solar generators if you would like to do your research on that. Um, I showed you all how my family and we invested in a propane. It's like a portable radiant heater is what it's called. It's also, you can use it indoors. You want to have things like batteries, flashlights. You also want to have, what else do you want to have? You want to have blankets. I showed on my website how I have the emergency blanket. So if you say, you know what, Andrea, I might as well go ahead and place the order with you. And it'll get to me hopefully by the time all of this is going on, or to have it in the event for future, emergencies, you'll have it. You're definitely welcome to place an order on my website, which is preparewithandrea.com. If you do place an order, email me at andreaspeakstv@gmail.com. Let me know you placed the order. That way I can make sure it gets to you in a smooth process. Okay. But these are all things that I want us to think about. Again, it's not to scare you. It's not to frighten you like, oh my goodness, everything going on in the world. Now I got to worry about weather. I just want you to be aware this is what's going on. That way you can make a plan to protect you and your family. Okay. All right. Let me go to the next slide. I had this as a part of the presentation, but I already took you all to my website. You can get emergency food supply at preparewithandrea.com. I share with you all that I do have my family and we have the 4-week emergency food supply. Again, right now, on my site, preparewithandrea.com, you can save $30 on the 4-week emergency food supply kit. That is a very popular kit. And you're probably saying, okay, Andrea, is $30 off, but it's one of the best-selling kits. Again, over 2,000 calories per day, which is, from my understanding, the recommended daily calorie intake. 16 varieties, up to 25 years shelf life. So even if you don't, we're hoping that we don't have to use it, but it is there just in case. The breakfast, lunches, dinners, drinks, and snacks are provided. It's packed into 2 rugged buckets weighing 38 pounds. free shipping and handling included. Okay. So if you haven't already, I do encourage you to get a kit. My family and I do have one. And like I shared, emergencies, we don't know when these things will happen, but are we prepared today in the event that they do happen? So you all that are watching our live or watching by replay, let me know, do you have any questions, comments? Please share. But I want you to actually, this is something that we need to think about. So um, let's take about maybe 2 minutes, and I want you to think about what you see on the screen. Emergencies happen. Are you ready? Now, if you would like to share in the chat whether or not you think you're ready, or if you would like to make a comment in the chat, you're welcome to do that. But I want you to think, emergencies happen. Are you ready? Right now, with what you have, you and your family, are you prepared in the event of an emergency? Right. Someone in the chat shared who said failing to prepare is preparing to fail, and there's no such thing as being too prepared. I agree. So again, these are things that we need to think about. Again, this is not to scare you, like, oh my goodness, Andrea, you're scaring me. That's not my goal. My goal is so that you will know what's going on, so that you will be prepared and you can make a plan to protect yourself and your family. And even as I'm sitting here, I just looked at my local news just to, kind of, again, like I shared, sometimes the way they report national news, it may be different than what the local news is saying. And so now, even in my area, I'm seeing where um, they're saying severe storms are possible um, on tomorrow. So again, y'all, this is something that's real. And then, we do know that sometimes they say, oh, the weather is going to be like this. And then when that day comes, excuse me, and when that day comes, it's something totally different. But at least we can, I feel like the more we know, the more prepared we can be. Right. Someone shared, we all have to face reality. Yep. Let me see what else they're saying. And even on weather.com, they have several articles, different things that's going on. One article right now on weather.com, if you were to check it, it says travelers stranded as over 8 feet of snow smacks California. Severe weather threat in the South for New Year's. That's what we just talked about. You see some other stories here. All right. Any other questions, comments? I'll try to come back live tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure what time yet. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. That way, when I do go live, you'll be notified and you'll be able to either watch it live or watch by the replay. And also make sure that you follow me on Instagram. You all know that we live in an age now, for whatever reason, those who like myself don't follow the agenda. We're not, we're not necessarily completely believing in the narrative that we're being given for, whatever reason. You know, people like myself, you all know I shared right here on the channel that one of my videos, I was over 2 hours. Some of you were on the live, but for over 2 hours, we were talking about the thing that was going on. And we had a very good discussion. And YouTube decided that I went against their community guidelines and they accused me of sharing medical misinformation when all I was doing in actuality was just reading factual information. And they took down my video. I still have that video, but they won't post it here on the channel. And so I said all that to say that make sure you follow me on Instagram. If for some reason I'm not able to go live on the channel, you can check my Instagram. Oh, here it is right here. Follow me on Instagram at Andrea Speaks TV. You can check me out there as well. Hold on 1 minute, y'all. Let me get my phone charger. Are there any other topics that we need to talk about? I know a lot of things have been going on. I may end this video. And come back on and do another one. Or we can save it for tomorrow. Give me just a minute, y'all. Let me step away for just a moment. Let me get a charger. Okay. One thing that I had opportunity to watch Vice President Harris, her interview with Face the Nation. And you all let me know, have you all heard about the interview or did you actually see it? I want to have a conversation about her interview. She had the lady who interviewed her ask her what was her biggest failure or greatest failure, something to that effect, since being in her role as vice president. And she had something that was quite alarming to say. And so I think I'll save that for our next live. But I was shocked to know her response. But I think I'll save that for our next topic. But if you do want to go and watch it, all you have to do is just type in and search Face the Nation, Kamala Harris, and you'll be able to see her interview. I think it's about 30 something minutes long. But yeah, you all be sure to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram page. So right now, if you have your phone on you, take out your phone if you're watching now and you have your phone with you, and you have your Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Okay. All right, y'all. So that is going to be it for episode 71 of Andrea Speaks TV. Again, I want to thank you all so much for your support. Again, the information that I shared was not meant to scare you or frighten you in any way, but I want you to know exactly, like I said, I want you to know what's going on, what's to come, so that you can make a plan for you and your family to be prepared. And I pray that you and your family are well protected during these times. We do know that emergencies happen, but one thing I want you to think about is that, are you prepared? Do you have the things that you need at your home, wherever you live? That way, just in case for whatever reason you're not able to go out, you have the things that you need at home. And if you don't, if you say right now, if something were to happen, I'm not prepared, then this is an opportunity for you to get prepared. Okay. All right. Again, I want to say thank you all so much for your support of the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you all so much for tuning in, for watching my videos, sharing my videos, even the emails that you do send out. I don't always get to respond to them, but I see them and I appreciate your support. Okay. Someone shared, thank you for another good show. Hope to see you live tomorrow night. I'll email you with any other show suggestions. Okay, thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. You all have a blessed night. Take care. And don't worry, everything is gonna be all right, y'all. Take care. And I'll see you next time on Andrea Speaks TV. Y'all have a good night.